Welcome to Pro World Live. I'm Danielle from Pro World.
I'm Gianna from Home.
It's me behind the camera.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We have sublimation markers to show you and to color with. So we're sure that you're going to love them just as much as we have. But like always, there goes a rolling one. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know how you're doing. City and state, we'd love to hear from everybody that's joining us. So we'll give you a few shout outs. So as you're coming in, cameraman will list them off for us. And then we'll kind of get started.
Mr. Daddy.
We have Jacksonville in the house. Evelyn said she wants to order already.
I was going to say that.
She says, can she write on gross grain ribbon with the markers?
I'm not familiar with that ribbon. What was it again?
Gross grain? Gross grain?
Is it polyester?
I'm not sure.
Because that's the requirement for sublimation. It just has to be polyester or polymer coated or some kind of sublimation blank. But we're going to kind of get into all those details.
Okay. Well, Allentown's checking in. New York City. Checking in. Bowie, Maryland's checking in. Boston's checking in. She said, yes, it is. It's checking in. Yes, it is. She said, yes, it is polyester.
Oh, then yeah, you can absolutely do this for that method, and I will walk you through it.
Yeah.
I will look it up.
Okay, as more and more keep coming in, I'll keep getting to you. Ooh, look at that Jersey, Long Island, Florida, Virginia is in the house. California is checking in. Okay.
All right, so as you can see here, we kind of already had our kind of fun moments of experimenting with these. Printing koozies, a dog, scarf, some coasters.
A wine opener.
A bottle opener, but close enough. But you can see they offer really nice, vibrant colors. And this one was made with like the majority of the fluorescent colors, which are really bright, really fun and fluorescent. So you could just see that the possibilities for these are really fun. Drawing on a piece of paper, transferring it to your sublimation blank. You can get these really cute, fun, unique designs. All right. So any more shout outs before we jump right in?
Yep.
Or maybe not.
Okay. Yes, you do. Mississippi is here. I was reading the question. Mississippi is here. Northern California is in here. New Hampshire is in here. New York is in the house, and that's New York State. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of that state. Vicky, if you can say that, break it down for me, I would love that.
State, though?
No, it's New York State, but it's Poquag. I don't even. Passamaquoddy. I don't know what it is.
Sure
Laredo, West Virginia is in the house. Washington is in the house. And the Panhandle of Florida is in the house.
Panda?
No. Nashville, Monroe, Washington is in the house.
All right.
I'm also in the house.
Well, thank you so much for everyone joining us. So what do we have here? There's sublimation markers. We have them in this packs of 6. Bam. So standard, fluorescent. We also have it in a large case of 18.
Bam.
Bam. And the great thing about these is whether or not you have a sublimation printer, you can use these. So if you've always wanted to kind of go into sublimation, but you don't have a printer, you can absolutely use these markers just by coloring on a plain piece of copy paper. Now, that's one method. So color, which I had my nephew draw a picture that he wanted. So we're going to put this on a mask. So he colored on this. And we're ready to go. This is now ready for a sublimation blank. If you have a sublimation printer and just kind of like to color in the lines and do like a coloring book page, then you can print your designs like that. Print your designs on your text print paper and then color in them with your sublimation markers. And then those would be ready to print on your substrate, on your sublimation blank. Now, if you don't have a sublimation printer and really can't draw, but would love to do the coloring method, you can print your design on just, let's take this design. Print this design with your standard inkjet printer, place it underneath a regular piece of copy paper, and if you have a light box, that'd be much easier, and you can see right through it. So I don't know, can you see that?
Not
Can you,
really.
like,
Let me
see
zoom in here. Kind of, sort of, but not really.
Well, if you were on a light box, then you'd be able to see it right through. You could really see through it in person if you weren't on a camera. But then you could just color on this sheet your design. So you're technically not drawing, you're tracing, but at least that gives you the option to kind of work with these markers no matter what kind of printer or product that you have to use. So as Gianna is coloring, she's doing so we printed that with our sublimation printer, and she's just filling in the lines and coloring it with the sublimation markers. And the great thing about these markers is that you can kind of overlap them and get really bright, vibrant colors. Like you could see like the pink or the purple was overlapped with the pink. And you can just, they're not like regular markers where the two of the markers, when they kind of color on top of each other, they cancel each other out. The sublimation markers do hold their true color when they're colored on top of another color. Got
You
that?
do? I was trying to put the yellow with the blue because I thought it was going to turn green.
Well, it'll kind of, that probably would change the coloring a little bit, but I don't think so. Like this one, you can kind of see.
Well,
like
while they're doing that talking, let's get back into some shout outs here. All right. Hey, Jules is watching, and Anna says hi.
Hello.
Oh, Teresa, you're going to try it with that one. Center Mauritius, New York. I don't know. Poquag. I was close.
Well,
Thanks, Vicky.
as you're doing shout outs, sorry I interrupted, but we're going to keep coloring, and then we're going to get all set, and we'll print them all. So
okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Minneapolis checking in. Philly is in the house. South Cackalack is in the house. Hotlanta is in the house. Philadelphia representing. Wisconsin is in the house. Long Island, New York. Yes. Okay. Nebraska and Urbana, Illinois. Is that Urbana? Is that Duluth, Minnesota? Urbana, is that where they filmed Little Giants was taking place? Or was that Urbania?
Oh, that was Urbania, I think.
Okay, I think same difference, right? Same sort of.
I think you kind of just dated yourself.
I definitely did Little Giants.
But we won't count it.
It's okay. I remember that. Okay, I do have a couple questions here, though.
Okay, go for it. While we're coloring. We're still coloring here. Go ahead.
Question is, I wonder if you could rig them into your sketch pen holder or a silhouette.
You know, I have not tried. I don't have any experience with, like, I know the Cricut markers, you can do that. I don't have any experience using those. I almost feel like you can, but I haven't given that a shot yet. So that is still up for debate. I don't know. I don't have that answer for you.
Okay.
But we can definitely try it out and see later on, and then I could post and let you know.
Okay. And also, you say, why can't you just directly trace over the inkjet print with the sublimation markers? I believe that's what she was talking about earlier, tracing over the back of it.
Yeah, I mean, you technically could, but you don't want that ink from the inkjet to kind of interfere with your sublimation marker. And remember, so if you print it out with your inkjet printer and then you color on top, that ink could kind of blend into your sublimation marker, but that ink won't print on your substrate because it's not sublimation ink. So it will kind of leave you sort of a space where the outline would be. So my feeling is it would probably be best to just trace your designs so that way your black sublimation marker is now the true print that will come out instead of, an empty space where your inkjet ink would be. Did that make sense?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you got there. All right. Jacksonville's checking in. Lafayette, Georgia's checking in. Rhode Island's checking in. Idaho is checking in.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Can this be used on mugs?
Yes, absolutely. This is sublimation ink. So whatever substrate or product that you have, that sublimation blank that you have, you can print these. You would just do it on your paper, decorate, color it in, design it on your paper, the size of your mug, wrap it around, and then put it in your mug press. So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Virginia is checking in. Rebecca, you ordered all 3 sets.
Yay!
Wow.
Well, make sure when you use them, you print out what you're doing, or you color up what you're doing, and you send in some photos so we can take a look at some of your artwork there. Bloomingdale, Illinois.
Now, I love to know what method people are using. Like if you want to do the coloring in method, or if you're just going to draw on paper. So, did you say Rebecca?
Yeah,
just
Rebecca.
Did that? Rebecca, what are your plans for it? Do you just want to get them, or which when we got them in stock, I could not wait.
Will you use them as sort of a coloring book type, or are you going to trace what you already have?
Or just draw from scratch.
Okay,
I am almost
using a color book.
I'm nowhere near done.
Marilyn's in the house.
Look, I've got 4 more flowers to do. 5 more.
All right, well, keep going.
Can you use those on regular copy paper?
Yes.
And press that paper? Yes, you can.
All right, so let's get to pressing because I finished coloring. Gigi's not quite done coloring, but that's okay.
I have 5 more flowers to do.
Here's a design my nephew drew.
Let's see it here.
Minecraft, I
there
think.
You go. Yep, something like that.
Definitely Minecraft.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
And we're gonna put that on a kid-size mask. So, and you see here, I kind of sketched out for him where to keep the drawing. So I traced over my mask, and this was just literally placing the mask down and just tracing around it. So nothing crazy. You can keep going. Don't stop now.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to place the design or place the mask on top of the design where you want it.
Yes, Rebecca, lots of ideas for 7-year-olds to make. Yes.
Yes, great. All right, and now we're going to take our thermal tape and put them on all the corners here. And I do have my pressing pillow on because I'm pressing masks today, but you don't necessarily need your pressing pillow. It really depends on the product that you're printing. But when we get to the coasters, I'll take my pillow off because I won't need it for those. Okay, let me just make sure that looks good to me. All right, we're gonna place it face up on our press, cover with a nonstick sheet, close and lock. We're at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So we'll wait for that to kind of cook, and then we'll show you what it looks like. And this is just copy paper with the sublimation ink on top. And then I'm gonna get my other picture ready. This is a picture of Manish drew. Wonderful, right? For another mask. We're gonna place that right on top.
Does the artwork have to be in reverse or mirrored?
Oh, that's a great question. So your artwork, it's going to be mirrored when it prints. So keep that in mind when you're drawing. Don't draw text or anything that would look weird when it's flipped. Keep it to, just images, drawings, patterns, something that won't look weird when you flip it. Now, if you're doing the sublimation printer method, so doing coloring sheets, mirror the print, and then when we go to color it in, it will be fine.
Erie, Pennsylvania is late, but checking in.
Okay, remove your nonstick sheet, peel off your paper, and look how cute.
I can see his drawing.
Oh, look at that.
Let me see.
And don't be fooled here, it is hot. Just because my fingers aren't
She's a vampire.
feeling any of this. So it's so fun, especially for a mask.
He's gonna love
Cute little drawing right on a mask. All right.
So yes.
I know when you're done. So.
Are they refillable markers?
They are not. So you'd have to buy a whole nother pack of markers if one of them runs out. All right. So let's go ahead and do our next one here.
Why does drawing have to take so
400 degrees for 60 seconds on polyester is a lot, isn't it?
That's the settings that I feel most comfortable with. People use all different settings, but this is what I found for our masks and our purpose. That's the setting that seems to work for us. But every mask, every heat press is different. But for our purpose, that's our settings that we recommend on our website.
I finally finished all the yellow stuff.
Gigi is a superstar here. There are quite a few people saying hi.
All right, once we do this, then we'll go ahead and print some coasters up.
Georgia is checking in. Yes, Irvin, instead of color and sip, is draw, sip, and press. That'd be a good party.
Yes, I want to go.
Great idea for a kids' party at that. So
it will look different when it prints.
Okay.
Nice kids' birthday party. You just have everybody draw something up and press something for them.
We had at a birthday party for me, we all drew I think it was tote bags.
Mm-hmm.
On tote bags.
All right, and we're gonna press again. Oh wait, did I? Oh, I have a
Non-stick sheet.
There we go. Okay, and close and lock. So 400 degrees, 60 seconds. We'll get that going. And you're still coloring.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do while that's cooking, I'll show you here. So this is I just wanted to show you this difference. This is on copy paper, this one here. And this one is on text print paper. So your standard sublimation ink. So I printed sublimation ink from my printer on copy paper, but I colored it in on copy paper. So when you go on a hard surface product, see how you can see all the marker lines?
Sorry.
This is great, and a lot of people like the marker lines. If you're not really a fan of marker lines, then color and print on text print paper. It's a little bit thicker, it absorbs the ink a little bit better, and then you won't see those marker lines. You can kind of see that in there, right? Mm-hmm. When you zoomed in?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't judge my lines. I was don't judge how uneven they are.
At first it looked like it was printed until I saw the lines and I saw that it was marker.
400 degrees for 60 seconds, Minaj.
And look at that. So much fun.
Is that a smiley face?
Of course it is.
Gabby made it.
You want to smile.
It is. Very nice.
Gabby's currently watching in the background, and she's super happy to see her design. To see her wonderful drawing now on a mask for her to wear. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move right on to coasters.
All right. Question. Are the markers compatible with Cricut Air Explorer?
I don't know. I don't have any of the knowledge with if they'll fit in a Silhouette or a Cricut. So I don't know that part. We're just kind of using them for the marker itself and not sort of putting them into the cutter.
All right.
But I have seen that option. I just have not tested it yet, so I don't know. All right. Let me go ahead and adjust my heat press.
I'm not done yet.
You are not done yet. This might take a while that'll be done after camera.
It will be done in 2 decades.
That's too long.
Yeah, it's going to be done in 2 decades.
And my nephew's chiming in.
Robbie, you like it?
We have a full household here today.
The grandpapa creep up.
All right.
On its mouth.
He will not stop.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and press a coaster. So I'm just going to, coasters have a protective film. So we'll just peel back that protective film. And we're going to place that right on our design. I'm going to cut this one out a little bit. Make sure I am centered here.
Yeah, the link will be up, Minaj. No, you can't rush greatness. No, you cannot.
You cannot.
Oh, Gigi's drawing, is that where we're...
Yeah.
Can't rush greatness? Nice. All right, let's go ahead and get some tape on this.
Yeah, well, I think the dog decided to join you over there.
Yeah, this is, well, like I said, totally full house here.
Oh no, he's trying to. No.
All right, make sure that this looks good, nice and even, looks like it. And cover with your nonstick sheet.
Now with the coaster, is it the same pressure and same heat?
Well, I adjusted my pressure, so I'm at 400 degrees for 60 seconds still. That's why we're doing coasters today, so we didn't have to really fuss with the temperature and the time too much. But you'll have to increase the pressure because we had that pressing pillow on for the masks. So spinning your knob to the right will increase your pressure for you, and so then we'll be at that right setting for the coaster.
Okay. Is this your heat transfer tape that you're using?
Yes, this is our thermal tape.
Thermal tape. There you go. And Sunny El Paso's checking in. The paper you're using currently is...
So the paper that we've been coloring on is the text print paper. The paper that my niece and nephew drew on was the copy paper. So you can kind of see their designs here. This is how it produces with the copy paper. And then this one here, when we get out the coaster, you'll see it on the text print paper.
Oh,
don't worry about the dog.
Rebecca, that's a good question. Any plans for some glitter markers?
Oh, that's an amazing question. I do not know.
Can they do glitter markers as well?
That would be kind of scary, I think.
All right, this is hot because, of course, it is.
All right, we'll give it a second to cool off, and then
he's got a toy.
But then you can kind of see here. See my wonderful coloring in job. But I printed this with the black sublimation ink from my printer, and I mirrored it onto the text print paper, and then I just colored it in with my markers.
very nice.
Almost done. I have 2
Very bright and vibrant colors there.
Yeah, and I think so. This pink one was the fluorescent, and then I used this orange one. This one was a fluorescent. And then I think the green one was this one?
Oh, yeah.
The standard green. Maybe?
Wait, where's my orange cap?
If you guys
Still very hot.
If you guys order markers and you want to send a request to the company that made the markers that they want to be scented and glitter.
God, no.
Yes, I would have sent it.
And glitter.
This is such a bad idea.
By all means.
Don't do that.
Neon ones? That would be so
Well, that's what
fun.
fluorescent is.
Oh.
But you can
Glow
see
in the dark ones.
as she's coloring, it does appear darker. They will brighten up when you print it onto your product. So keep that in mind. Like all sublimation, it looks dull and not the true color. When you print it on your product, that's when that true color is going to come out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, scented markers won't smell well after they've been pressed onto anything.
No, don't. Scented markers is not a good idea.
No.
That's what the special sauce is.
Yeah. Are you still working on
She's
your
still
coloring?
going.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 2 flowers left.
We're going to do that after.
Midge, now glow in the dark markers, Midge, I agree.
Oh,
Same
glowing
here.
dark
That would be
markers
nice.
fun.
Yes.
Same.
Yes. That's a good idea.
So I can
Okay.
draw on it.
Question, would the drawing look better using text print or copy paper on t-shirts?
So it really depends on your marker skills. So with this is kind of how it would. So this is your regular copy paper, and then this is text print paper. So if you want, no marker kind of strokes, then I would say text print paper. If you like the idea of the marker strokes and feel that it's more artistic, and you really do like that look of like the marker overlapping itself, then I would say color on copy paper. But it really does depend on your look that you're going for.
I would say the text print definitely gives it a smoother.
It does.
Smoother look.
And you can kind of still see like some of the strokes. I don't know if you want to zoom in, like on my leaves, like where I overlapped, you can kind of see that, but not nearly as much. I'm throwing things, but not nearly as much as the copy paper and the strokes.
Yeah.
So it definitely, I like the cleaner look of the text print, but I can appreciate the artistic side of the copy paper.
Yeah.
The big flowers are so hard.
How much coloring are you getting out of a marker? Well, let's see. She's still going.
Hey.
I don't have that statistic for you, but I can say that we've been coloring a lot with these. So
I made a dog scarf for Uno.
Yeah. So I would say, you know, as long as you cap them when you're done, they should last a good amount of time. But I don't have, I was looking on the box here. There's nothing really to say like how long these will last, but so far so good. So.
But a backup pack is definitely a good recommendation.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing kind of like a birthday party, like somebody was saying, then yeah, I would have a couple packs available just because, you know, you don't want everyone fighting over the one particular color.
I want this. No, I want this. No, I want this. No, I want this.
But yeah, so that just keep that part in mind. But if it's just you, I would stick with just the one pack of the 18. That gives you the most option, and then you can kind of just supplement with the smaller packs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
Can you repeat about the on the mug?
Oh, yeah. So when you're going to be printing on a mug, you would just color your design on your copy paper, do it to the size of the mug that you need, and then wrap your design around the mug, tape it like you would, and then put it in your mug press. So same settings that you would use for a standard mug, you would just kind of be coloring on the paper instead.
And on a tote bag, would this work?
Absolutely. As long as your product is 100% polyester and it's a sublimation blank, so it can accept your sublimation inks, you can use those products, and these would be great for them.
Okay. Last question. What about cardstock? Is that too heavy?
You know, I have not tried cardstock, and I probably, I wouldn't go with cardstock because I do feel like it's a little too heavy. If you're looking for that smoother finish, I would go with the text print paper. It's really not that expensive for the sublimation paper. That would smooth out your lines. But I think the copy paper might be just a little too thick for the heat to reach all of the ink.
Yeah. Richmond, VA. She said, can she use the heat press if she doesn't have a mug press? Not to press a mug, though. Yeah,
not for a mug. So you need the mug to go you need the heat press to go all the way around the mug. So that's why those heating elements are designed to wrap around the mug and to give the right amount of pressure. So unfortunately, no, you wouldn't be able to do this, print a mug with a heat press. You do need that mug press. And you do also need sublimation mugs. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you can't just grab any mug. It does have to be sublimation coated.
Done.
Are you really?
Woo-hoo.
Oh,
right.
My goodness. All right. So
wait.
Which one? We were going to do that on a heart, right?
Hold on.
Yeah,
now
she's
not done.
No,
she has another color
She's
yet.
lying to us.
I forgot a couple of parts. Hold on. Let me just...
Done. Okay.
All right.
Done.
So we're going to go ahead and take this one here. We're going to...
That's what happens when you give Uno an alligator.
Yeah.
My dog is ripping apart a toy because why not, right?
Because he's not currently involved.
Like all of this, and some of it is being cut off.
Yes, you did. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
All right, but what I want to do is make sure that I've centered the logo part. Where's the other layer? Oh, there it is. Okay. That looks good enough. All right, let's just adjust this a little bit. And then we'll get this printed.
Any other questions about the sublimation markers?
Okay. Last check. Looks pretty good.
What's your question, G?
My question is, can they come out with glitter ones?
Of course, That would be your question.
You know, I'm sure in time they may, but not yet.
No.
As of yet, they do
I'm
not.
talking like 1 week.
No,
that's not
possible. All right, cover that. Close and lock. 400 degrees, 60 seconds. That's for the hardboard coaster. This one already had the plastic coating peeled off, so I did not have to do that. Get down. My goodness. What is going on around here today?
It's madness. Yeah, markers are pretty easy to use.
Oh, anybody loves markers. And you can even do a lot of people do those coloring, those extravagant coloring book pages. This is a nice calming activity to just, grab your sublimation markers, and you can decorate a tote bag, a coaster, any of those sublimation blanks, a keychain.
A t-shirt.
A t-shirt, 100% white polyester t-shirt, yes.
Yes.
Masks, which we have some very fun masks. All right, here we are. We are done okay. Take off your nonstick sheet, peel away your paper.
So much steam.
Very much steam.
It's very hot, so be careful.
I love my creation.
Let's see here. What does it say? Nana. Ooh, look at that.
And since
you keep moving on me. Here we go.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And since Nana is watching, now she can see some of her gifts that she's getting.
Yeah.
Oh, not fair. That was supposed to be a surprise.
What did you place in the center of the coaster and the press? That was the...
So I did just a catch paper. So just plain copy paper I placed down. I then put my coaster, my piece of paper that she was coloring, and then my nonstick sheet.
Okay.
And then we got this.
Very nice. Okay.
All right, any more questions?
No!
Okay. Well, thank you all so very much for watching. I cannot wait to see all of your creations that you're going to do. Please tag us on Instagram. I want to see them. And thank you all again for watching, and happy Mother's Day out there for moms.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
And
Day.
we will see you all here next week. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.